Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. Once they gave computers to the masses, everyone can be a developer for a video game. So we gotta play everything. Just, can you tell everyone to stop making games so we can eventually catch up? Welcome everyone to the summer of 1982. It's August, and we last were on our Mattel and television checking out Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. By the way, did anyone notice that commercial, the kids are way too young to be playing Advanced Dungeons and Dragons? It seems like this would be a game for teenagers in 1982, but I digress. Let's keep going to our next game. We're now on the Apple II. This is Horse Racing Classic, the game that everyone wants to play. I'm obviously not going to spend too much time on this. This one is yet another horse racing or derby video game. They've been here since the beginning of time for all computers, even on mainframe systems, and we're going to be seeing lots of these, especially whenever Japan gets a hold of making video games with jockeys and horse racing. This one is no exception. So this one is by Tazumi Software International. It's August 18th, 1982. Horse Racing Classic. I believe the very first video game we played here on the channel that was horse racing was Steeplechase in the arcade in October of 1975. And we've already seen a few of them dabbled here and there, but this one is just straight up, let's bet on horses and see what happens. It's pretty funny that in computer gaming world, when they rated this game, they said, this is an excellent party game because you can have lots of people play. There's, it's like being at the races or betting on horses. And I guess people would have fun, but there is absolutely no control of the horses themselves. This isn't like the Intellivision experience where you can control the horse, or the other one we played on the Atari VCS. This one's just bet on the horses, watch them run around the track, and then if you win some money, you win fake money. Hurrah! There you go, Tazumi Software. Nice intro though. Got some classic. They even have music for it. Yeah, the presentation is top-notch when it comes to horse racing derby games. Oh, nice, they switched to the 80-column mode. Welcome to the track. Today, our fine racing thoroughbreds are ready to show just how exciting and rewarding horse racing can be. The betting window will be opening shortly, so get your money ready. You'll never have a better chance to win. I don't know about that. Press the return key. Go! Let's do this. Yes, they should. That'd be awesome. In fact, why haven't they done that yet? Make it so you're just, smacking the other person as you're trying to race. Yeah, now, if you want to continue to race one, okay, so this is showing you the options to set up the game. We're going to go ahead and say yes. I am not going to go through an entire race just to show you what it's like, though. Welcome to the track. Our fine racing thoroughbreds are ready to show everything how exciting and rewarding horse racing can be. We're continuing to race number 1. And waiting for, yeah, there we go. I was like, where is it? And now you can pick the horses. I think it allows you to even design your own horses for the horse racing, but honestly, this is like the other Apple II games we played that looked like we're playing a spreadsheet rather than a video game, because it's just a bunch of stats. It's essentially what you would do at the track in real life, but now you can do it in the comfort of your own home. The betting gates are closed. What do we got? The Hub Ringer, the Dreg. Oh, they gotta have better names than that. I guess Hub Ringer would be the best name for the horse so far. Yeah, we could do that too. So one of the best ones as far as horse or derby racing video games has been on the Intellivision. That one I highly recommend. In fact, when I played it, I didn't play it because I thought it was just betting like this game. And then someone in the comments brought up how you can actually control the horses, and it's a really fun time. And I went back and replayed it and enjoyed it. It was really fun. So this is all it is. The game is able to play with multiple people at once, which is a nice touch. But you're essentially just betting on the horse. They do their race, and then the game is over. So there really isn't too much from that. So if you want to pick like the ID, let's do 4. And then 4 there again. And you can do a 1. And then how much do I want to bet? Minimum bet of $100. Let's go 500. $500. Do it again. Oh, I guess it won't work. Does 100, is that the only? Yeah, there you go. And I'll do winning position. Horse number, we're going to go hum ringer. Okay, yes. And then you move on from there and you make more bets. I think I can keep going. Let's see, bet. I'll do a minimum of 100. I want winning position and 7. Yes. And then go ahead and do Q. Or the @ symbol and Q. There we go. Or O. Yeah, and then S. There it is. So we got 2 people up to bet. Jeff and Joe. Ones that I set previously, because you can say how many people you want to play from there, and then you move on to the next one, and the race goes on, and you get the results. There really isn't even that much to show as far as the racing side, but yeah, that's a good point. I'm with you and possibly most people in the chat. This isn't the video game we were clamoring for, a legitimate simulation of horse racing. Of all the games you could play, while the presentation's all right, and while classic or computer gaming world gave it as a fun party game in 1982, I would beg to differ. Horse Racing Classic is a bad title. While it does have cool presentation, there's nothing you can do because it's nothing but betting and watching. There is no controlling of any of the horses. Oh yeah, 1, definitely, yeah. I'm with you on that. So of all the games we could play, it's not broken, but I'm going to say 1.5 stars. There's a lot better games on the home computer space that you could be playing besides Horse Racing Classic. Oh, Mark's going 2 stars. Very nice. Yes, use it as a dartboard if you want. Let's see what our next game is. We're still on the Apple II, still a very popular home computer at the time. This is the Human Fly. Another one I'm not familiar with. Let's take a look at the Human Fly, starting with the box. You can see we have, by CPU Software, nice front of the box, another superhero. Included with red spandex. And I'm wondering if this is another Donkey Kong clone. Check it out. We got Donkey Kong at the top, or a King Kong inspired guy at the top of this at the building that we're climbing for, with crows trying to take us out. Do we have any other artwork for the Human Fly? We also have the 5 1/4 floppy disk we're going to pop in. There we go. CPU, Computer Programs Unlimited. With an example of the screenshot, let's pop in and play the Human Fly by Kevin Bagley, published by CPU Software in the middle of August 1982. If you saw the screenshot, you kind of see what we're getting into. I'm excited to see another variant. Oh my gosh. I think that's the cracked copy just showing off. Whoa, that'll wake you up in the morning. There we go, by Kevin Bagley. We last saw Kevin Bagley. The only other game we've seen is Oil Rig from 1981, and it's a totally different game. It's a simulation game. Let's see what Kevin Bagley has for us now. This one is a Crazy Climber variant, an actual one. The last one we played on the VIC-20 wasn't even a Crazy Climber. This is real Crazy Climber. All right, so I'm wiggling and using the Apple joystick, and nothing is happening. This one is keyboard controls only. So let's see if we have, what in the world happened there? Okay, there we go. Okay, so very bizarre. I'm climbing up, back. So, oh, this is kind of cool. So they're using the keys, the keyboard only, but the keys are reminiscent of what you'd have in the arcade. You have one key, W to go left hand, and then I to go right hand, and it helps you climb up. And how do you go to the side? Oh, okay, so there it is. Oh, nice. Okay, so it is using your appendages just like if you were going to play the Crazy Climber arcade game, which was unique. That was part of the selling point of Crazy Climber in the arcades. But this one is doing it. Wow, that's pretty cool. So this one has A to move your left hand, L to move your right hand, W to move up, and then right. So you're actually holding your hands on either side of the keyboard as if it was your two hands to move around. And it looks like this first floor is just letting us get used to how this plays. Nice. Okay, let's climb up. Going to the next floor, and it's counting floor, and then where you're getting to the highest point. And over on the left side, we have kind of a what in the world is that? The window cleaner just shows up. Oh, that's awesome. Whoa, and we die in a splatted, bloody fashion. Whoa. All right, Human Fly, all monkey, part monkey, cliff climber, mountain climber, hill climber, molehill climber, take the stairs, take the elevator, stay on first floor. Another game? Yes, looks like we had, our rank is stay on the first floor. So cool, great death animation. All right, so let's do this again, going up. Now I'm gonna move way over. If there's a window cleaner gonna come by, I'm going over on this side now. So this one works just as well as you can type the keys on your Apple II to go up. Let's go, go, go. What in the world? No. Oh, man. And we already have King Kong that attacked us, and we fell. We're going to be dying a lot. Welcome to Watch Me Die, here on Chronologically Gaming. Wow. And we're still just ranked terribly. That's really hard. Yeah, we're going to have the special controller way later, but this one's pretty cool using the keyboard. The only other times we've seen Crazy Climber after the arcade was in October of 1980. And then after that, we saw it on a handheld in 81, and then on the Emerson Arcadia in May of 1982. And then we also saw Jack the Giant Killer in the arcade. I'll just keep going right now. Which was kind of like Crazy Climber, but just not done as well. And then, in my opinion, though, of the superheroes we've seen, or obscure superheroes, Pogo Man is for the win. Human Fly, he's an okay superhero, but he can't beat Pogo Man. What? The birds poop on you and you fall? Oh my gosh. With this control scheme, though, using the keyboard, this is very fun. I want to see how far I can climb and get better at using the keys quick. And our rank is terrible. We're still staying on the first floor. All right, let's go. Yes, after we die, that would be awesome. All right, let's go. See how quick I can do this. You can see the windows moving on the sides. Oh, I'm getting away from him. Go, go, go. Wait, how did it... Oh, okay, I'm seeing a little bit of problem there. I went to the next area, but the window cleaner followed me along. He didn't stay down. Yeah, so really, really difficult. But I like how I'm able to use my appendages very similar to how we played it in the arcade. When we saw this on the Emerson Arcadia 2001, that was the only one that was like the official Crazy Climber to come home. That one played or acted more like, no, get away from me. I did it. Wait, earthquake, what does that mean? What? An earthquake can just make you fall randomly? Okay, well, while the control scheme works, the game is fallibly terribly bad as far as how hard it is. They can just have a random earthquake and we fall off the building? That's crazy. Floor 4, 5. The highest we've been is 4. Wow, and that means you gotta move to the side. At least we have an amazing death. I'm probably going to show that one later on the show. Oh, maybe it was the window that closed. Okay, so if I do make it to the next screen, then the window cleaner won't follow me. It was just because a window opened. That one's classic Crazy Climber. All right, I want to go fast. I can understand why they didn't do this with a joystick. Oh, wait, the earthquake, though. What do I do? I think when the earthquake happens, you just die. There's no way to avoid it. Wow. And everyone thought video games were hard in 1985. 1982 is where the really hard video games are. Imagine spending your money, your hard-earned cash, in August 1982, and you get home and play this. I guarantee you'd be trying this over and over and over again. And understand the definition of pain. No, you don't. No, you don't. Go, climb, faster. Faster, go. Okay, good, go. Alright, avoiding that one, nice. No, another window, go. Faster, go. He climbs slow. He climbs slow when the window cleaner shows up. Yeah, I know. My opinion started with, this is great. It started with, this is Crazy Climber that you can play at home. That's not on the Arcadia 2001, and it plays with a cool control scheme, but the longer I play, the longer I realize how it can be mind-numbingly difficult to play. Let me see if I can do... I'm trying some different combinations of the keys. No, it doesn't work to go to the sides. Yeah, whenever things show up on the screen, there's a slight slowdown. The Apple II chugs a little bit. Nope, go! What? Yeah, the earthquake, I don't think there's a way to avoid the earthquake. You just fall. It must be totally random. Yeah, to get a better grip, I'll do my best. Well, the death animation's what the best thing this has going for it, but it still doesn't outdo the Biles Toad as the most violent video game we played thus far. Against my better judgment, I'll play another game. Yeah, I was going to say this is a fairly average title because of how large the character you're playing as, and that it's Crazy Climber, and I really enjoyed that one. But that random earthquake... Here we go. I avoided him. Yes, go, go, go. Okay, getting better. As long as the earthquake doesn't... Maybe I did something to trigger the earthquake. And then it was King Kong. But we got further. We're on floor 15 now. All right, I'm already seeing some scores thrown out there. 1.5 or 2 from Curtis. Yeah, a generous 2 stars. 2 is still considered what we say bad, just, you know, a very good bad game. I could see this as like a guilty pleasure in 1982. Well, let's pop in the Human Fly just to see some violence falling off the building, because you're going to see that quite a bit. Well, I was going to say around 3 stars on my original playthroughs, but now playing over and over again, I can see how difficult it is. It has a cool idea, and the control seems right, but they didn't do enough playtesting for this. Yeah, the building changes as well, so I'm going to have to say 2 stars, just because there's things need to be worked out in the game to not make it so random and difficult. We did, on this live stream, play a little bit further and go farther and farther, but yeah, 2.5 because of the bloody, give it a half score. I was going to say 1.5 for the game, and then an extra half score for the bloody screen. How about that? All right, with that, let's see our next game. It's an Apple II kind of night. Here we go. It's time to play Lemmings on the Apple II. So imagine it's 1982, and all you've ever heard of is all the maze games that we've seen before and video games we've seen before from the arcade, and then this game comes out. Now, because of all the things we know what's going to happen later with the title Lemmings, you would have no idea what's going to how good this title is going to be from this point on. But this is a completely different game. This is Lemmings for the Apple II by Sirius Software. Completely different title than the one you're thinking. And the front of the box just screams it's a game for your home computer. Those lemmings look more like mice to me. And man, we are wearing our disco pants or something, going to pick up some lemmings. Flip it over in the back. You can see this is designed by Terry E. Bradley and Jerry W. Jewell, and Dan Thompson's the programmer. All assembly language is also compatible with a Sirius Joyport. So if you got an Atari Atari controller, you can plug it into that Joyport and play your Atari joystick on your Apple II. So cool. All right, so there you go. There's the ad you would have seen in the magazines at the time. Join the mass migration. We're going to go find some lemmings. Forget the whales, save the lemmings. Their fuzzy little rodents need some help with the population control. Getting them over. Oh, it actually explains part of the game on this ad, because it's a very strange way to play the game. I'll show you when we get to the manual. There's our 5 1/4 floppy disk for lemmings with an example of the screenshot. Yes, those mice do look very large, but they're not mice. They're lemmings. All right, so here you go. Here's the manual you would have seen inside the box to play some Lemmings. Same as this, or similar to the front cover. When you go on the inside, it's like the inside sleeve is where the manual is. The object of Lemmings is twofold. First, you catch and lock up pairs of non-breeding lemmings before they overpopulate and go on a suicide dive into the ocean. Secondly, you must perform the thankless task before going crazy. Here's what you're up against. We are a member of the SPCA. We're in charge of locking up pairs of non-breeding lemmings to every vacant building in town. Non-breeders are 2 males or 2 females, or 1 neuter without any lemming. And if you look at the top, there's the symbols. We are represented by a square, kind of similar to Adventure on the Atari VCS. A male lemming looks like that, and a female lemming looks like that. It's really hard to tell the difference, though, on the Apple II. You'll see when we get in the game. Male and female lemmings randomly appear from a manhole at the edge of town. They breed whenever they meet. In the streets, in the buildings, everywhere. Every time they produce a baby lemming, it is of undetermined sex. These babies eventually mature into breeding adults, so keep your eye on them. All lemmings, male, female, and neuter alike, turn sterile if left to roam the streets too long. There's no warning given when this transition is about to occur, although they won't change if you're carrying them. So this feels like this is a lesson in biology, like we're going to play an educational title, but it's not. This is strictly like a Pac-Man style variant or a maze style variant. There's an SPCA truck that roams the streets ready to take any male or female lemmings you have to be carrying to the SPCA for neutering. The SPCA truck can also be helpful in running over dangerous old senile lemmings. The younger lemmings are quick enough to dodge its wheels. So is the game idea just blowing your mind that this even existed as a game? I feel like we need Bob Barker to help us play. Here's where you want your non-breeding pairs of lemmings locked up. There's 4 entrances to each building. Each door will close and lock as you exit. Any lemming in a building that's not completely locked will eventually find its way out, so you must hurry back with another critter to complete your non-breeding pair and lock the remaining doors. Warning, you have to be carrying a lemming when you enter a building to carrying another lemming, or you'll scare the other resident lemming away. If you accidentally lock up a breeding pair, well, they're going to mate and then have another baby. So there's buildings you have to put them in, and once you have the two or like two males in a building and two females in a building, then they'll go away, and that's how you get the points for the game. And then it shows you how to start the game. Boot it up as normal on your Apple II, press the space bar, select the control mode you want, and then yes, you can have an Atari type joystick plugged in to play. I can't remember if the Joyport uses the paddle Atari controllers or if it's just the classic one joystick, one button one. That's great, Manly. Yes, an animal control simulator. Yeah, if it's a sex educational game, they need to do it a lot better. I mean, talk about the birds and the bees to kids, there's got to be a simpler way than all this. And then they have in the manual all the other products by Serious Software up to this point. Oh man, and we played them all. All right, let's pop it and play some Lemmings. Serious Software. It's August 19th, 1982. So it's Lemmings, but not the Lemmings you thought. I never even heard about this Lemmings. There was another Lemmings before the Lemmings everyone knows about. All right, let's do it. Playing some Lemmings in 1982. I first was excited just because I saw the title. Like, oh great, there was an earlier version of Lemmings. But to be fair, we actually saw a game that plays exactly like Lemmings in the arcade called Steel Worker. So check that one out if you want to see the links down below. Steel Worker is essentially leading a person around like a lemming, the one we're used to knowing. But in the arcade, you move girders around so they can walk around. So check it out. All right, so here we go. It begins like an arcade game with an attract mode. I have my Atari in with a Joyport in, and there we go. Look, it scrolls through the Apple joystick or the Joyport if you got the Atari in, and then keyboard controls if you're doing keyboard. Here we go. Level 1. So I'm over here on the bottom left side of the screen. I am represented by the square. And you can see all the buildings are available to go inside. There's some lemmings. I think this is a female here. Let's see. Drop her in there. It's harder to tell now. After I saw in the manual, I thought I could figure it out, but I think that's, yeah, the male ones. So here's a male and there's another female. So if I grab another female and bring that one in here, I just have to lock it away before... There we go, got one. So I just put two female lemmings in one building. I got 50 points for it. So I figured out how the game works because there's a lot of videos online where people have no idea what's happening in this game or how to play the game. So now we got the concept down. Now we just got to find more buildings and lock more lemmings away. No, I think one of them just changed. All right, where's another male? Quick, quick, quick. Come in this building here. Yes, there we go, got him. And then you fill up all the buildings and then you move on to the next stage. So it's using the formula of a maze game like Pac-Man, but it doesn't play like Pac-Man at all. I mean, there's no power-ups. All it is moving around, getting them locked in before they get out of here. Oh, and see, if you take too long, you have to get ready to lock up the door before they leave. All right, gotta pick up another one. Here's one over here. This should do it. There. Got it. Another one. Accomplished. Such a strange idea for a game. We played plenty of Pac-Man games, you know, Lock and Chase, Ladybug. Uh-oh, what's happening? I don't know what that sound means. The game just slowed down. Oh, is all the lemmings are running into the water now. They're all committing suicide. Oh, and we get game over because we weren't fast enough? You have to fill all the buildings that quickly? Holy moly. And that's it. Yeah, the game's over. There wasn't any lives or anything. So I guess they're keeping track with the lemming heads down at the bottom. That's a good point. It is kind of similar to Turtles or Turpin. Yeah. Lock and Chase, though, not as fun. I love Lock and Chase because it's, you know, running from the law. All right, so let's try this again. I don't believe that. I see, they bred too fast. I gotta be quicker. All right, so this time we'll go to the top. And you can even drag them over to the car, the SPCA car. We had too many on the screen, so I'll just start locking some doors and get ready for them. Let's go ahead and take this one over here in this building. Okay, you hang out in there. Oh, he got out already. Oh, he busted out and broke the doors down. Did it make... Oh, I think because they... another female walked in and then they made into a... So the control scheme works because all you need is a 4-way joystick, but the game concept is a little obtuse. It's not as fun as the other top-down maze games because it requires... It feels like you're doing a job that will never have an ending. Yeah, look at that. See, if you keep them in there for a certain amount of time, they'll just break out and they bust the doors down that you closed up. Yeah. Yeah, before rabbits were going, this is the... They're breeding like lemmings, not rabbits. Uh-oh. Oh, that's right, the radioactive lemming. I touched one. So there is one that will breed randomly that turns green that you cannot touch, and essentially turns into what you would call, you know, the ghost from Pac-Man. Oh man, yeah, they're busting out so fast. You have to get some walls closed in, and I think we got enough there. Okay, now let's see if we can trap some there. So you can see there's one radioactive one that showed up there. No, it busted out again. I don't get it now. It's... Now I'm wondering why it's not working as well as it did before. I'll just drag him over to the truck and have him neutered. Be sure to have your lemmings spayed or neutered. Yeah, there you go. You can just walk over the SPCA truck and then they just go away. Just stay away from the radioactive ones. See, you see right there? I just put the male and the female in the room together. And look, I made a little baby. See the little tiny one over there? It does take a little bit of imagination. You can barely tell the difference between male and female lemmings. But you got the game concept idea. By the time you get good enough with the game and you clear the whole round and all the buildings, have all the points you need, you're not really going to be like the game begins the same as it did before. There's not any new map or new mode of play. What you're seeing here is the entire game of Lemmings. So Serious Software, they're trying something different, but uh-oh, touch the radioactive one again. Tough. Yes. If you think this sounds horrific, you got to see some of the other earlier Apple II games we played. They are mind-numbingly crazy on how bad they are. There you go. Yeah, I can see it as overly complicated. There's games that have been taking the top-down maze game and trying to have a new twist on it, and this is essentially what they're doing. So this one just happened to be with a baby there. But every round since the first time I played, I was doing better, but now I'm not keeping them in. They're not staying in the room as long. Let's see if we can get another one. There he is. One more time. Darn, see, they got out of there before I could close all the doors. You got to close all 4. So this is kind of a tricky idea. I could understand people like thinking this is another game similar to Pac-Man or the other Pac-Man variants we've seen, but it just doesn't deliver with gameplay-wise. It's tricky for me too because when you look at magazines at the time, they call it a cool or new or original idea for an arcade game. But now, because we've seen everything up to this point, even the arcade games on home computers, Lemmings is another title that I don't even know for sure if I would want to call it bad, because I could understand you wanting to get into it and play it if you think of the other games that are out there. It's a tricky rating for me. I can go 2.5 stars or around 2 stars. Because it does respond well. You can see that they spend a lot of time on the controls and the concept, but 2.75, yeah, that's kind of what I would think. Yeah, it's definitely not Zookeeper, which we haven't seen yet. So I'll say of all the games you can play up to this point, we'll say 2.5 stars. It's a subpar game. It's not really hitting on all the marks to really say it's like average, considering the other games you can play on a home computer. I just find it a little futile. Playing it long enough, it doesn't give you a good satisfaction that you accomplished anything, because it's just a bunch of lemmings running around and they're just going to keep breeding. Yeah, I see Josh was throwing out 2 stars. Yeah, I'm with you on that. All right, let's play everything. Let's see what's next. It's still August 1982. It's time to go to the United Kingdom and play on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. This is Adventure B, the Inca Curse. This one we've already played on the ZX81, and here we go on the brand new ZX Spectrum. Let's take a look at the box. It looks essentially the same as the ZX81, but here it is with a new flavor, ZX Spectrum. Add the color, splash of color maybe? I don't know. It's a text adventure game, so I don't think it's going to do much. This is another one by Arctic Computing. You need 48K. On your ZX Spectrum? Why would you need the 48K for this? Oh, there you go. So we got the original one, too. So this is the original Inca Curse. Still need 48K for it. And then they had the rebranded one later. I believe it was Sinclair Research that did the publishing for this one. So the original and then the other one. And then we have on the inside sleeve a little blurb about what adventure games are, where you explore and discover strange new worlds without leaving the comfort of your chair. Hey, kind of like Scott Adams. The computer acts as your puppet eyes and other senses, and then they kind of break down what an adventure game is and then tell you what this game is. When we boot up Adventure B, they'll explain in the game, so we don't have to go through the inside sleeve. There's the cassette we're going to be playing to play Inca Curse. All right, this one has, like I said, 2 versions depending on where when you got this for your ZX Spectrum. Let's pop in and play Adventure B by Charles Cecil, published by Arctic Computer, then later by Sinclair Research. It's August 20th, 1982. Yes, Inca Curse. In this adventure, you find yourself in a South American jungle near an as yet undisturbed Inca temple. Inside this temple, you'll find lots of treasure. Your aim is to get out with as much treasure as you can. Beware, do not let greed be your downfall. Your adventure is complete when you have returned to the jungle clearing with treasure. We've already seen Arctic Computing's adventure series with Adventure A, so if you want to see that one, it's just the same idea. They're taken from the Colossal Cave. Let's pick up a bunch of treasure and play an adventure game. That's true. If you have the 48K, you have the screen title. Yeah, good point. Beware, things may not be what they seem. Dedicated to Rick and Charles. All right, we're ready. Do we want to restore a game? No. We're in the jungle clearing. The exits are south. I can see a branch. Let's get branch. It's heavy with lots of leaves. Eat leaves. I can't. Okay, take leaves. Take leaves. What? You can't? All right. Remove leaves. Ah, see? You have to have the right things. This is like way proto Tomb Raider. This is like an alpha Tomb Raider. It's even way before that. All right, so after we get the leaves, now we can re-describe, which is kind of a cool trick for text adventure games. We now see a stick rather than a branch. So go ahead and take stick. Got it. Okay, so we got a stick. Ready to rock. All right, so that's a kind of an interesting... we haven't done that in a text adventure game, which is you can re-describe a word and it'll phrase it in a different way. All right, so after we have the stick, let's go ahead and head south. I'm in the temple steps. Exits are north. I can see a large latch door up on the steps. All right, let's go ahead and look. Door. Oh, I have to top. The latch is very fragile. Break latch. How do we want to break the latch? With stick. Done. An open door up to the steps leading into the temple. There's our first puzzle, and it's going to get more obtuse. The puzzle literally was, we picked up a branch with leaves. Because it had leaves on it, we had to remove the leaves, and the leaves changed the branch into a stick, and then we used that stick to get into the temple. That probably spent someone a month of playing the game originally. Yes. And that's true. We're playing on the 48K ZX Spectrum. I was expecting more color, and there's no sound. It's almost like we're playing on the ZX81. It's the same idea. Easy port over, I guess. All right, so after that, let's go ahead and drop stick. All right, we dropped it. Let's go ahead and head up. I'm in the temple. We can see a rock, a door with a large lock, and a window. All right, take that rock. Got it. Break latch. I can't do that yet. Of course you can't. All right, so let's break the lock with rock. I'm getting the idea. Yes. Now we have the broken lock, so we can get past that. And now let's go drop the rock. And the reason I'm dropping everything is this is another text adventure game where you are over encumbered by, I think, 3 items, and you can't hold any more than that. Or your character doesn't respond. They say they're too heavy. All right, so let's go ahead and go door. I'm in the hidden hall. Exits are down, north, east, and west. And this is a text adventure game, not doing what the Scott Adams adventure games do or some of the other graphic adventure games where they split the screen up between what you can see and which locations you can go. This is just bare bones. The same adventure games we've been seeing on the ZX Spectrum and ZX81. Yeah, these are more like the homage to the Colossal Cave Adventures. Yeah, the theme though, going to an Inca temple is a cool idea. That's what adventure games are for, to go to new worlds. All right, after that, let's go ahead and go east. I'm in the cellar. Let's go east again. I'm in the sacrificial chamber. We can go east and west. We can see a magic blanket. Let's get it. Got it. Wait, magic blanket or magic rug? I'm not sure if it's the same one. All right, let's go ahead and head east with our magic blanket. I'm in the storeroom now. Let's go ahead and take that key that we have here. Got it. All right, after we take the key, let's head south. I'm in the rock room. The rock room, all right. Let's see. We got a match here. Take the match. Oh, man, I'm expecting a crazy puzzle now, where I'm going to put all these items together and MacGyver it into farther into the temple. All right, so let's go ahead and head down. No, down. I'm in the prison torture room. It's nice. And let's go west. I'm in the armory. Armory? Armory? Most likely it's a translation difference. Okay, so now let's go down. I'm in the paneled room. We can see a slightly open panels and a locked panel. Okay, let's unlock panel with key. Nice. Unlock the panel with the key. Drop that key. Got it. All right, after we drop the key, let's go ahead and head west. I'm in the slave room. What's going on? Oh, I guess because it's an Incan temple. Yeah, there we go. Wax blanket. Can I wear the blanket? Wear blanket. No, you can't. Part of me wishes that these adventure games, at least the ones, most of the ones we've been playing, would allow that kind of freedom to type all the crazy stuff you expect. But these right here, the bare bones, like Colossal Cave Adventures or just straight adventure games, they don't allow that. It's more linear of what the computer understands. All right, let's go west again. We're in the robe room, and let's go north. I'm in the poolside tunnels lead across the water. I can see a small boat. All right, let's go in that boat. Climb boat. I'm in the boat. All right, let's go west. I'm in the fire room. I can also see a magic ring embedded in flint and a lamp. Let's go ahead and take the lamp. Now you gotta rub the lamp. Rub lamp. What? You can't? Lick lamp. All right, that doesn't work either. Okay, it's not that kind of lamp, I guess. All right, let's go ahead and smother fire. Everything is dark, and I can't see. All right, light lamp. That's the kind of lamp it is. With match. All right, we did it. And we now have smoldering ashes here. Yeah, that's true. It's typing in after you see, and it's also clearing the screen, so it's not an infinite scroll of text. But you can still see this as the old school original interactive fiction or text adventure games we played since the beginning here on the channel. That's what this one is. Smash slap with the ring. I love it. So there you go, a quick taste of the Inca Curse. So the story of playing is bare bones. Go and collect treasures in the Incan temple and then come back and get points. But the theme is if you would be into playing in an Incan temple or not. So of all the games we play up to this point, I'd still say this one is it's still around the average range. If you think of all the games on a home computer, the text parser is still a 2-word text parser, so I'd be willing to say this is like a subpar 2.5 star or even a 3-star title if you think of all the other ones. But I'll say 2.5 stars because we played plenty of other interactive fiction games that are presented better and play better than this. But for the ZX Spectrum, this is actually all right. This is pretty good. It's a brand new computer. I'd give this one 3.5 stars of all the games if it was just ZX Spectrum. There you go. Scruffy looks good doing 2.5 as well. Yeah, same 2.5. Yeah. That's true. That's a good point, Manly. And there are people out there that are playing every single adventure game in its entirety and cataloging it. Hence, this channel. I'm using now walkthroughs that people are trying to play every single adventure game. Thank you so much. Oh, that's a good point. They don't have it. Well, we still are seeing a sprinkling of graphics. I wouldn't say that's the average yet. The graphic adventure game with pictures is the top-notch adventure game. Right now, at least. All right, and with that, let's see what our next game is. After this commercial break.
When you pinged your first pong, you were
Ping my pong.
for something. When you downed your first Martian, When you ate
Ooh,
your first power
Space
pill,
Invaders.
you were being
Oh, there it
prepared
is,
for
Pac-Man.
something far greater. Because those game machines were early versions of computers.
That's true,
And what
Atari
you were being prepared
VCS.
for was a real version of a computer, the Commodore VIC-20.
Now we
Games
need
like
the
you've
real
never seen
computer.
before, but
Hey,
more
there it is,
importantly,
Radar Rat
true
Race and
computing.
Mole Attack.
Commodore VIC-20, a real computer.
A real computer for the price of a toy. It's the Commodore VIC-20, and this is artillery. Artillery should be familiar to everyone. This has been around for a very long time on mainframe systems, and we've already seen quite a bit of them. This is the latest by Computer Mat, and if you look in the catalog, here it is, Artillery by Cliff Dudzik. It's only 13 bucks, at least what it says here in this one, on new VIC software. Color, graphics, and sound. It's a two-player arcade game that'll bring lots of fun. I don't know if they call this an arcade game. This is more of the bare-bones strategy game, at least every artillery game we've seen so far. Yes. No, the TVs, that's just how they were back in 1982, Victor. So on the other side of the mountain, you're supposed to charge your, it changes every time you play. You select the powder for your shell and the angle you want to shoot at, and you plug away at each other until one of you has a direct hit. Don't forget about the wind factor. After a direct hit, you get a new mountain drawn in a way. Teaches about angles and velocity, but it's not educational. Great sound and graphics. It'll be a great addition to your software library. Wait, what's this? F1 and F3 to change the angle, and F7 and F5. Interesting. Okay. And then return key fires, and then flag indicates the wind direction. Okay, thanks for that. I'm glad we had that one. Let's pop in and play Artillery, published by Computer Mad. It's August 20th, 1982. Add that to another artillery variant we're going to be playing here on the show. Oh man, so much artillery. We first saw Guided Missile in 1977 in the arcades, and then Human Cannonball in 1978 on the Atari VCS, and then one of the best ones was Stone Sling on the Philips Video Pack, and then the most recent one that we played that was really, really good was Artillery for MS-DOS in July 1982. So here we go with another artillery game. All right, so what's with the background? Is that the wind that's blowing in the background? Yes, that's true. TVs really aren't furniture anymore. They're just like a picture on the wall. They're very different. Oh yeah, Scorched Earth, which we haven't seen yet. The actual Scorched Earth doesn't exist yet. We've only seen artillery on MS-DOS. Yeah, that's good point, Errol. Okay, so the wind's going to the left. We have our angle. Let's see if we can get this. Yeah, there you go. Angle. Let's aim this up higher, about 60. And let's get the powder. Let's blow this sucker out of the water. 60 degrees and 40. Go! Hit him, come on! Oh, I think I hit it too far. Is it off the screen? The wind's going at 75 miles an hour. Oh yeah, that was pretty powerful. It's totally off the screen. But they give us some sound effects of it coming down. That's kind of cool. All right, so let's get this one up. 45-degree angle, wind's going to the side. Yeah, let's hit that. What's going to happen? So it's a two-player alternate game. That's all the artillery games are. But you take turns, so you hot seat it if you were to play on the VIC-20. It's not destroying the world though, the landscape. So even though it's randomizing the mountain, it's not breaking it apart, which is kind of a cool touch of the other artillery variants we've seen. All right, let's go a little bit lower. Let's go 15 powder, angle 50. All right, go. Boom. Oh gosh, that wasn't even powerful enough. That was a little strange. It's resetting every time. It's not saving our same one. All right, we'll go ahead and go a little bit higher up and hit it. Over. Yeah, this one's a little bit harder to play for artillery games. You're going to have to do a lot more guessing than the other ones we played. Yes, maybe a plane did crash on that one. That'd be a great idea. How about adding artillery games with planes? I'm sure we're going to see that soon. All right, let's go ahead and go up to there, 64, and give me 30. It's a lot of experimentation. Let's see if the wind carries it. Come on, go. Is it going to go off the screen again? That must be still too powerful. It's always experimentation when you play artillery games like this to see where it's going to go next. Let's go with 32. Will it take it over? Come on, come on, come on. Nope, still hit the side. It's not as fun if it doesn't tear away the world whenever you're shooting stuff. All right, let's try this again, going there. Let's do 24. Come on, over. What? The flag counts as a hit? That stinks. All right, we'll go up to 30 for you. Come on, up. No, I gotta go over the flag. So you have to avoid the landscape and the flag? Yeah, if it doesn't have a destructible environment, it's not as fun. All right, let's go 29, 30. No, that's too much. Too much power. Let's go a little higher and bring it down by 1. Okay, go. Come on, over the flag. That's it. Yes, go. Oh, this might be it. This might be the hit. Come on, yes, go. Oh, yeah. And then it redraws a new landscape for you. Very nice, like all the artillery games. So a fun two-player game. If you see the game, I'm controlling both sides. There's nobody here with me, but that's the best way to play. Have someone to play an artillery game with you. Oh, yeah, we're going to see that one later on this Commodore 64. Good shout out, Rich. All right, so artillery, of all the games we've seen so far, this version of it on the Commodore VIC-20, there's better ones we've seen on the home computer. Like I said before, one of the best ones was on the home console, Human Cannonball on the VCS, and then Stone Sling on the Philips Video Pack. But the artillery one we played on DOS was pretty good. I'd still say this one's around the average range and works well enough. I'll say 3 stars of all the games you can be playing on a home console. A home computer. This is the way to go. 2 stars because it's harder artillery. Well, you take it like all artillery games, you'd be getting used to playing it. Yeah, 2 stars, 1 star from Manly. Yeah, that's way low. This is still pretty much the norm for artillery games. And you know what? Because we've seen better ones on the home computer, I'll say 2.5. It's still not something I'd call bad. It's not a bad title. It works all right, Computer Matt. All right, and with that, let's see our next game. It's been so long. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the TI-99 4A. Time to play some Chisholm Trail. This computer is one we don't have as many titles on like the Apple II and Commodore VIC-20. Finally get to play some of our Texas Instruments home computer. So the front of the box is for Chisholm Trail, like the other ones by Texas Instruments. It's a solid-state cartridge. Thanks so much. It's all business here. And we also have the another one that has the manual inside. The Texas Instruments was a sleeve, inside sleeve for the manual. Challenges you to drive cattle to market on the Chisholm Trail. Perils along the way include cattle rustlers and wranglers. So wait, does that mean this is like Oregon Trail, but it's Chisholm Trail? We're going across Texas? But it looks like we got things to shoot around on the front of the box. I am very intrigued. Relive the excitement of the era before the railroad came to Texas. With the Chisholm Trail command module, you become the foreman on a cattle drive, attempting to get your herd to market. As you travel the Chisholm Trail, you're besieged by perils, including rustlers trying to steal your cattle and wranglers trying to put their brands on your steers. So wait, is it like that sheep herding game we played on the ZX Spectrum? We're supposed to just lead cattle through things? Chisholm Trail provides the thrill of frontier days as you eliminate cattle rustlers who are hard after you. Avoid and possibly destroy the wranglers. Wait, destroy the wranglers? That sounds cool. Each time you successfully survive the day on the drive, you complete another segment of the trail and add another steer to your herd. And we need only 14K of active memory stored on your TI home computer for this. All right, cool. So there you go. There's the inside of the manual and an example of the screenshot. Let's see how to play this game. Chisholm Trail. I've never even heard of the true Chisholm Trail, and I'm from Texas. Note that the key sequences on the left side are for the TI-99-4 or the TI-99-4A. We have, we don't need to use the keyboard. We got to have our joystick plugged in on our Texas Instruments host computer. So we have to move the steer around, and we can fire the gun, pause the game, start a new level of play, return to the beginning, and then if we have wire remote controls, we can use that. This is by John C. Plaster. Way to go, John. And other staff members of the Texas Instruments side, too. There we go. Yep. Now you can relive the Chisholm Trail. What is this? Although this sounds fairly simple, the cowboys on the cattle drive didn't have an easy time. Daily they were besieged by perils, including rustlers trying to steal cattle and steers straying from the rest of the herd. Often these stray steers would join another herd where they were branded by wranglers driving that herd. With the Chisholm Trail game, you can relive the experience. I don't think this is going to be a legitimate... It starts off like they're explaining an educational title, but this isn't going to be that way. Oh, 82 or 83? Yeah, I think Texas Instruments is starting now, where they're publishing everything, at least the solid state cartridges. Yeah, you can see over there plugging into your home computer. How do you begin the drive? After you choose the game, Chisholm Trail, you press any key within 2 seconds to go to the level of play. You can see a demonstration game, and then choose the level of play from 1 to 9, and it shows you what it is. If you do levels 1 through 9, what day it is, number of steers, how many shots, and rustlers come from the game. Very weird. After you select the level of play, the cattle drive begins. Your herd is in a corral on the left side, and at the top, bottom, and right of the display are 6 branding chutes. The 4 wranglers trying to brand your herd come out of the 4 of these chutes. Gathered in their campground in the middle of the display are the rustlers. However, only 1 rustler at a time leaves the camp to chase you. Above the playing area, the day number, mileage, and high score of the session are displayed, and counters appear above and below the corral to tell how many shots remain for your current steer. I feel like they're overcomplicating this. They're trying to explain something as if it's a Western title. We're going to go around shooting things, but they're adding too much complexity to this. At least the instructions show. If you want to pause the game, press P. Okay, so the number of steers you have at the start of the game depends on the level of play. However, maximum of 4 steers appear in the corral. If you have more than 4 are still displayed when it leaves the corral and moves to the playing area. As soon as the play area appears, the game begins. One of the steer leaves the corral and is ready to begin the first day on the trail. And you eliminate rustlers and wranglers, steering them around. Steer has a limited firing range and must be fairly close to the target before your shots can destroy it. Okay, so that means the steers, you're not really wrangling anybody. They're just lives. I think they're just the lives to play. To survive from one day on the trail to the next, you must eliminate all the rustlers before they destroy your herd of steers. The rustlers emerge from their camp one at a time. Once one's eliminated, another one appears until your steer is in their campground. And then the next rustler appears. So you just keep shooting everyone until the end of the day, right? Yeah, that's it. So this is a very complicated way of just saying shoot everything and then move on to the next one. Welcome, Jade Baby Doll. Yes, I don't think this game will change your life. This isn't what I expected. I thought we were going to play something like Oregon Trail, but this is not the case. And then it has the usual care for your cartridge and then legal mumbo-jumbo in the manual. All right, it's time to play. Let's pop in Chisholm Trail by John C. Plaster, published by Texas Instruments. It's August 20th, 1982. Oh yes, Texas Instruments. This is great. We haven't played the home computer in a long time. We want to do 2 for Chisholm Trail. Let's do this. All right. Oh, Texas and barbecue. That would change your life. This game will not change your life. It's Texas on the Texas Instruments home computer. We always see the Texas symbol every time we play on this home computer. It's very quaint. Wait, was that the Chisholm Trail? I guess that was the preview of it. All right, what level of play? Let's start on level 1, day 1. Let's wrangle up some cattle. All right, we're in. I'm on the left side of the screen. There's my steer, obviously looking like a steer. But, oh man, this is awesome. This isn't wrangling up anybody. What? There's volcanoes shooting at us? I should have read the manual, I guess, more clearly. What in the world that was? All we're supposed to do, everybody, is destroy all of the wranglers around the screen. So we're playing Targ, everyone. Whoa, yeah, they have these things on the sides that are just firing and destroying us. All right, I'll just stay in the center then. Now, the movement is very similar to Targ. It's grid-based, so it's a top-down maze game. But the play control it's all right for a Targ game. It's more I'm playing on level 1, and it's a very, very difficult. Oh, press redo or go back that fast? Gosh. That was already the game over. That was so quick. Yes, I did. I died of dysentery. In the Old West, or at least in Texas, on the Chisholm Trail. They should have put the Rawhide theme here. Yeah, I'd rather play Oregon Trail. Oregon Trail doesn't exist. The only game that exists right now is Oregon. That was part of Elementary from MECC. All right, so let's try this again. Level 1. I'm going to be smart about... What? Nope, I died that fast. I died again that fast. I came out of the gate and they're attacking us. There we go, got him. So yeah, I can understand why they're trying to do a Targ-style game, but there's better Targ-style games we've been playing on home computers besides this one. Your shot also has limited range. You have to get close and use the corners to help hit you like that. I just took out that green one, the green Wrangler. Expect them to go a certain way and follow their patterns and then go for the shot. See, I missed that one. I can get this guy, though. We get the blue guy coming through. There we go. So you watch the pattern to see them move. The artificial intelligence isn't super impressive. Yep, and they have the limited range, but we're already down. That was we haven't even got through day 1 yet. That's crazy. Very, very difficult. So we've already seen lots of Targ variants. One of the first ones we saw was, besides the arcade, on the TRS-80 called Attack Force in 1980. And then so far, one of the best Targ variants has been Crossfire, and that's on lots of computers. We played it on VIC-20, Apple II, and things like that. But the most recent one we played was called Space Cadet for the Apple II, which was a cool take. It was a little more interesting than this one. So Chisholm Trail is just a shooting game that could have been done much better. It is controlled with a joystick. We don't have to use a keyboard to play, but we played better ones, but I still wouldn't call this bad. Of all the games you can play on a home computer, this is pretty average. I'd say 3 stars of all the games so far. And once you get the hang of your limited range of shot and using the corners to help you out, oh, and not going into the volcanoes or whatever those things are on the side, they're color coordinated, and whenever they light up, that means if you walk by, it'll take you out. So the manual was very obscure. All they're saying was your lives are the number of cattle you're wrangling, or we are the cattle. We're not really wrangling any new cattle. And then if you survive past a day, then you'll get another life over there on the far left side that'll show up, and that's it. Oh, and we have seen Tunnels of Doom. Tunnels of Doom is fantastic. When we saw that one, I gave that one 4.5 stars. When you want to talk about the other games that you could be playing right now on the Texas Instruments home computer, Tunnels of Doom is top-notch, one of the best. I'd rather be playing that one right now. Oh yeah, Curtis is even going low, subpar, 2 or 2.5 stars of all the games you can see on a home computer. Yeah, Crossfire would be a better version, at least Targ games. But I kind of got a soft spot for the Texas Instruments, how they present the game. Looks pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, so Chisholm Trail, I still say about average. All the games you can play on a home computer, it's about 3 stars. Oh, yes. No songs or music, and we have heard that. One of the first home computers to have music in the game was here on the Texas Instruments home computer. No rolling. Manly's with me on the 3 stars. Yeah, I couldn't fault it too much. If you did have this and you had the Texas Instruments home computer, you wouldn't be upset. It wouldn't be a bad game. So there you go, Chisholm Trail. I see 2.5 from Baby Doll. Errol, yep, there you go. 1 star. Gosh, yeah. Scruffy Looks is hitting 3. You also need to be a kind of person that likes this computer too. All right, so that's where we got to put our video game playing on pause this evening. Next episode, the game's lost, Ming. Stop your attack on Earth, and I'll spare your life. That's it for today, and like I always say, it's always more fun with paddle controls. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we miss any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are Perpetually Retro, and we will catch you next time.